Luna, come in. Come in. No. No. They're at it again. So a lot of the fallout online this week is coming from the 99 reunion charity game which happened at Old Trafford. Manchester United legends won 5-0, I'm sure you saw it. A plethora of legends on show. If you want to see more from the day, us at FullTimeDEVILS were in the press box. There's loads of videos up on the channel, loads of player interviews and a little vlog as well, go and check it out. But yeah, it looked like a really good day had by all. Man United won. Some of the legends proved to be better than some of us expected actually. However, I was shocked to go online and see there be a wave of negativity surrounding this game. And it was all aimed at two lads who currently play for Man United. Two young lads, Marcus Rashford and Jesse Lingard. Weirdly, people found the fact that they had attended a charity football game as a perfect opportunity to criticise them. In particular, how they're dressed, which I just find mad, right? Are they really dressed that bad? I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just out the loop in fashion here, but to me, they actually look relatively smart. I wouldn't go out in them specs that Lingard's got on, admittedly, but I think he pulls them off. Certainly a lot better than I would do, anyway. And also, why is it like middle-aged blokes in bad denim and Velcro Lonsdale trainers that are having a go at him? Like, mate, you don't have a clue either, believe it or not. That Union Jack tattoo on your leg, that's not fashionable, lad. It's not fashionable, mate. From the charity game as well, Ronnie Johnson put this brilliant video on Instagram. I love this, a changing room full of stars, and then in the background you can just see Fergie and David May having a good chin wag. I wonder what they were having a chat about. You're probably thinking, aren't you? Are they reliving old memories of their football glory days? Maybe they're discussing what's in store for the future at Manchester United. I'm sure they have a lot of ITK information. Well, I can tell you exactly what they were talking about because David May revealed it in the comments. Yeah, horse racing. He's getting his horse tips. Getting some horse tips from Fergie. Standard. Assuming it's tips on betting on horses, not buying them. Still though, I think my favourite thing from the charity game was just seeing David Beckham in a Man United shirt. I know I'm not the only one who thought that he was absolutely quality in the game. Loved his goal and the celebration, man. Like, I didn't even think too much of the new United shirt, and now I do. Like, now it just looks the fitness, doesn't it? I love it. To be honest though, I think Beckham, there's not much that Beckham could wear that wouldn't make me want to buy it just seeing it on him, honestly. We're talking about fashion, surely that guy's the peak of fashion. Love that guy, man. Love that guy. Have I mentioned that or not? Have I mentioned that? Is it coming across that I fancy him? Actually, it always annoys me, David Beckham, because I once got to meet him and it was like the most mind-blowing experience of my life. I was like so nervous, I was like shaking, and then I finally got to meet him and the picture was blurry, honestly. I'll never forgive. Do you remember old producer Chris? No, I don't think it was producer Chris that took the picture actually. Whoever it was that took that picture, I'll never forgive the person that took this picture. Your one chance to get a pic with your #1 iconic legend growing up. And it's blurry! Another highlight, that Yap Stam video.
Oh, Stam.
Honestly, have you seen some of our defenders pull out of tackles this year? We've seen the fullbacks especially pulling out of tackles, not willing to go full in a Premier League game. Meanwhile, Jaap Stam playing in a charity game about 15 years after he retired, doing stuff like this. Love it, Jaap. What an absolute machine that man is. Jaap Stam like an absolute battering ram. Why did that one never take off? Jaap Stam battering ram, I like that. Anyway, speaking of the Rams, playoff final recently, won it? Aston Villa, the victors, over Derby. I'm very happy just because it's one of the old school Premier League teams back in the Premier League. Look, call me a nostalgia-obsessed fool, but I totally am. I want all the teams that were in the Premiership when I was like 8 back in the Premiership. So it's good to see Villa go up. And also Axel Tuanzebe, of course, back in the Premiership. Maybe he'll get an extra year at Aston Villa. I don't think it would do him too bad, you know. One exception to that rule though, Sunderland. I don't want to see Sunderland anywhere near the Premier League. I don't even want to see them in the Championship. So it was lovely to see them lose the League One playoff final. Do you remember their fans when City won the league against us in the last minute? I know you don't need reminded, but they were doing the Poznan, weren't they? And celebrating another team's achievement. They had done literally nothing, but they were celebrating City winning the league. To me, that's just pathetic, you know? Celebrating another team's victory. Like, we're not like that, are we, as United fans? Like this weekend, Liverpool playing in the Champions League final. If they lose, we're not going to be celebrating and partying until 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, are we? No. Early night for me. I'll have a straight face. I won't even be bothered. If Liverpool lose, I'm getting hammered this weekend. Although there is one reason that I'm excited for the Champions League final, and there is only one reason. I've heard that on BN Sports, Jose Mourinho is going to be doing punditry. With Arsene Wenger, yes! Two age-old rivals who, let's face it, pretty much hate each other, doing punditry together. It's going to be fun seeing those two separated, isn't it? Honestly, I don't think Richard Keys is capable of keeping those two apart, to be honest. Although I say that, right, now they've both like sort of moved away from the Premier League, maybe they do get on now. Like, especially now Wenger's retired, maybe they are just getting on together. It's like when Fergie used to hate Wenger though. It was very much a professional hatred. Because as soon as Arsenal went crap and weren't an actual threat to us, all of a sudden they were mates. It's like, yeah, Fergie, we could see right through you, mate. We can see right through you. And yes, summer is coming, which means lots of things. Lots of ridiculous transfer rumours. Lots of people believe in them. And then lots of edits. I hate when this happens. When we're linked to a player, especially a big name player who it's unlikely we're going to get, and people start editing him in pictures of United shirts, and it just really makes me cringe. I just can't do it because, right, all of these edits of De Ligt, these are going to make us look stupid in a year's time, aren't they? Because he's not going to be playing for Barcelona. In a year's time, when De Ligt scores the winning goal for Barcelona in the Champions League final, we're going to get sent all of these edits that we've made. Why? Why? Wait till he signs. You know, it's not helping anyone, is it? Well, I'll tell you what. Looks good in red. Looks good in red. Another vague promo shot from Lukaku as well. A storm is coming. Don't know what that means. Maybe he's in the new X-Men. I don't know.
I'm rolling the Lukaku.
Also in a crossover that absolutely no one saw happening, P. Diddy commented on Marcus Rashford's Instagram. I like this, to be honest. I think P. Diddy, is he even called P. Diddy anymore? No, I genuinely, what's he called? Is it Sean Coombs, that's his actual name. Then he was Puff Daddy, then he was Puff, then he was Diddy, then he was Brother Love, I think, for a bit. Back to P. Diddy now. Oh, he's back to P. Diddy. P. Diddy was commenting on Rashford's Instagram anyway, which I liked. Oh, and congratulations, oh, that was very Gavin and Stacey, wasn't it then? Congratulations to a Manchester United legend.
Right, yes, inside hotel football with legend and treble winner Phil Neville, was it? Legend Phil, absolute legend.
Legend status confirmed.
Phil Neville, he is obviously currently the manager of the England women's national team. They won recently. Congratulations, Phil. Hope you go far in the competition. He did come out with a bizarre idea, though, recently, did Phil Neville. He's obviously all about promoting women's football. I quite like women's football myself. I don't mind seeing it promoted. I want to see it promoted. Not sure this is the best way to do it, though. Phil Neville reckons that next year, because Man United women and Man City women are going to be playing in the top division of women's football, we should play the derby at Old Trafford.
Next year we'll have obviously the Manchester derby now.
Yes.
I hope that they play it at Old Trafford. That would be a brilliant occasion. And you know, I do love going watching the Man United women's team because I have a lot of time for Casey and a lot of the young players.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. that really wouldn't work. Like, I like women's football. I went to a game last year. There was like 1,500 people there. It was a top atmosphere. It was like old school football. It was like the same reason that I go and watch non-league football. It's old school atmosphere. It's brilliant. Everyone has a great day. And yeah, it's enjoyable. If you were to hold the United City women's derby at Old Trafford, You'd probably get like 2,000 people there, the rest of the stadium would be empty, and it would be a rubbish atmosphere, and it would be rubbish for everyone involved. You'd be able to hear the girls giving each other instructions on the pitch. It wouldn't work, Phil, and I think he knows this really deep down. Surely he does. Is this not the most Phil Neville thing ever? Like, that is the most Phil Neville thing that you could have possibly said there. Yeah, let's hold the derby at Old Trafford. I like you, mate, but come on.
It's over, guys. They call me Dr. Patricevra now. But I say no. He's Dr. Mr. I love this game. You know why? Because I am the night of any doctor now. I can cure any sadness in less than 1 minute. You know, with me, not in depression anymore. Just look at my video and you're gonna smile like right now.
He's good, isn't he? Marcus Rashford put this on his story today. Like, literally, as we were filming this week at Man United, we uploaded this. Just said 0.012%. I don't know what it's a reference to. You may do at home. If so, get in the comments, because I don't know what's going on. No doubt people will be trying to decipher this. Right, that was this week at Man United. If you see something crazy, something that makes you laugh, something that makes you cry on social media this week, please do tag us in it at FullTimeDEVILS, or me personally at radio_Gaz, and we'll check it. Make sure you check the channel as well. Loads of stuff on the way this week, and loads of stuff from the 99 charity game at the weekend as well. Loads of player interviews, some footage from the game as well. Go and check it out. It's all on there on the FullTimeDEVILS. Well, I'll see you next week on This Week at Man United. See you in a bit. Laters.